Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques, and today we have the iconic Olivetti Lettera 22 vintage portable typewriter, ultra portable typewriter made in Italy. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Won an award a few years after this model first came out for the best technology in the last 100 years, and still to this day is one of the best typewriters of all time. Up top are the margins. This is the left margin and this is the right margin. I'm going to set the left one on 0, the right one around 85. Let's go 90. This has elite typeface, and I'll show you that in a little bit. That'll give me one full line. These are the paper support arms that flip up from the back. And this is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. So I'm on red right now, and the switch from red to black, you just flip the switch up on the right side here to the top portion. It prints the top portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. When you have it all the way down, it prints the bottom portion, which is red. So if you have a solid black ribbon, you would just print the top and bottom just to use all the ink up as you can. But since this has a dual ribbon, we're just going to move that to black and continue typing. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning. It skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip the switch forward. It skips 2. One more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now. And I was able to type all the keys on one line because this has elite typeface, prints 12 characters per inch. So on this next line, I'm just going to type a sentence. Beautiful typing machine. One of the best. And this is the precursor to the Olivetti Lettera 32. Print looks really good. Really nice, straight, and easy to type on. This is like typing on a computer keyboard. It's probably the most modern besides the 32. The 32 is just a more modern version of this one. And I like them both. This one, the difference between the two is this one you do have to hit the keys a little bit harder. There's not as touchy. And I like that, to be honest with you, because less typos. I'm not really a writer. I just do maintenance and fix these things. But when I am writing, I kind of do enjoy pressing harder. Some people don't, but that's just my preference. And the carriage is different. It rides on a rail instead of bearings. So it's not really a traditional style of carriage. The Underwoods had, and a lot of the really old ones had a rail that it rode on. So it actually, it's kind of soothing to do this because it's just, the way it slides is really cool. Okay. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the plat, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. I'm going to put these down for now. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the right side. Very good. And this is your tab set. So right now we have tabs set at 10 space intervals. And if you have the 32, it's the opposite direction when you're setting and clearing. So on this one, you push up to clear. So I'm just going to clear each one of those. So now we shouldn't have any, but I like to always set one somewhere in the middle so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. So I'm going to push this down to set a tab. And it stops at that spot. This is your tab button, by the way, the red button up here. And this button, a lot of people might think that that's supposed to be a 1 key. That doesn't work. But it's not. It's the margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release button. It does allow you to go all the way to the end. Let's try that closer. I was all the way at the end. Let's test that. There we go. So that's what that is. That's a margin release. Most typewriters don't have a 1 key. So you just got to hit the lowercase L. And if you want an exclamation point, you hit Shift 8, which is the apostrophe, backspace it, and then do a period. That'll give you an exclamation point. On pretty much most typewriters aren't past like the 60s, maybe mid 50s. The Silent Supers had 1 keys on some of their models. So this pops up from the front like that. It's got hooks in the back. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. If you want to switch the direction, you just move the little fork behind the ribbon to the opposite side, and it'll pull counterclockwise. And that's designed to catch the eyelet, which is a little metal piece at the end of the ribbon. It will catch it and it will reverse the direction automatically. Most typewriters have that as well. If you don't have eyelets on the end of your ribbon, and you can tie a knot on there or something to get it to swap if you get annoyed by having to do it manually. This hooks back in. Actually, let's touch control right here. A lot of people might miss that. It's a little inconspicuous. Even on the 32, they have them here. We're up on top here on the new 32s. So the farther down you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. You got 4 options here. The higher up you go, the less tension. It's very important on the 32s, especially because they're very touchy. So if you want more tension, then you got to play with that and just find what you like. So this is going to hook back there and then snap down on the top like that. On the right side of the carriage, on either side of the carriage, is the carriage release on top here. I really like this carriage. The 22, this is just a classic machine. The 32 is awesome too, but this is just the OG of the series. And this is the paper release. We already showed you that. Carriage release on the left. Very good. And if you move the line space indicator all the way back to 0, it'll disable the spacing when you turn the knob so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You put it on the 1, you get those clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. Same concept when you push the button in, it disables the spacing. You let it go, you get the clicks. And that's it. This also flips back, so when you have it in a case, you don't break this off. That tucks it in so it's not too tall. As you can see, it's pretty tall when you have it flipped out. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.